Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Waterdrop and what the experience is like, and we're going to talk about the Lucy Smart Cap. But first I did want to take a moment to thank you so much for subbing to my channel, for liking my last video. Now, what is Waterdrop? Waterdrop is this brand, a bit of a luxury brand that sells these little drops that you can dissolve in water. And they mostly advertise themselves as being a healthy alternative to sugary or highly caffeinated or highly alcoholic drinks. Secondly, what they're really proud of is their mission to reduce plastic. They argue that using one of these cubes and just one of these little packages is a massive plastic reduction compared to buying big bottles of Coke or big bottles of other drinks, even if those drinks might be sugar-free. In this video review, we're going to go over what you need to get started with Waterdrop, what kind of money you end up having to spend to get started. We're going to discuss what kind of value it actually adds to your life, and if it's a good replacement for traditional drinks, and of course, is it all worth it? So today we're going to run down the whole experience, including Waterdrop's Lucy Smart Cap. If you don't know what that is, it's one of Waterdrop's first pieces of technology. This is a special cap that you put on your water bottle, and it measures for you how much you've drunk and it notifies you if you need to drink more. Plus, it has a cool little UV light, and Waterdrop claims it kills up to 99% of the bacteria in the water. Easy to claim, hard to prove. First, let's break down what you need, how much it's gonna cost you to get started, and then I'll review for you what it's like to use it and if it's worth it. I got myself a box of Waterdrops. I specifically got the microlight drink in the grapefruit color. This one's particularly interesting to me because just drinking enough water isn't enough to keep yourself hydrated. If anything, drinking too much water can actually cause you to dehydrate because you keep diluting your electrolytes. So it's great that there is a good tasting drink, but if it doesn't actually have any nutrition like minerals or vitamins, it might actually do more harm than good. Then I got the Lucy Smart Cap. I got it in combination with the Lucy bottle that is specifically designed for it. And then I got this cute little keychain as a bonus. While I opted for an electrolyte drink, they have a wide collection of different kinds of drops, drinks with natural caffeine, drinks with vitamins, drinks that are reminiscent of classic iced tea, and some tea drinks that can be consumed while hot, and then some novelty or limited edition drinks like the Coke drink and the Pina Colada. To enhance this experience, they sell a scala of accessories like glass and steel bottles, travel mugs, carafes for at home, with matching cups and coasters, storage boxes, and different accessories you might want for cleaning. So while they have a whole bunch of different flavors and a whole bunch of different accessories, you can start your experience with just one box of flavor to your liking and your own trusty water bottle. For me in the Netherlands, a box is between 7 or 10 euro depending on what kind of flavor you're getting. But it does by default add about 6 euro in shipping costs, which made this one box cost me 15 euro. Which can feel like a bit of an investment if you compare it to one bottle of, let's say, Coke. You can buy for 2 or 3 euro. But split that amount in the amount of drops that you get, which is 12 in this box, and you are paying about €1.25 per drink. Considering that one of these drops can fill up a bottle for over a liter and still have a decent flavor, means you're basically paying $1.25 for a liter of drinks. They offer a couple of options to make buying the drinks cost effective. They constantly offer discounts and have different sets that are cheaper than buying boxes individually. There's an option to subscribe to boxes, but obviously that is only interesting once you already know what you like, and there is a lot to explore. And then there's the star of the show, the Lucy Smart Cap. Lucy is a device on the inside of the cap that uses a sensor to track the volume of your bottle, calculate what you have consumed since it last moved, and then communicates that data to your app. Additionally, it has a UVC light that cleans your water from bacteria and viruses. To start using Lucy, you need to charge it with the cable they gave you. Then once it's charged, you press the button on top and it will connect to your phone through Bluetooth. After that, it needs to calibrate to the volume of your water bottle, and now it tracks how much water there is in the bottle and send the data to your app. In the app, you can set a goal for how much you want to drink, and you can tell Lucy if it's just water, if you added a drop. From there on, it will periodically check the changes in the volume of the contents, and if the volume hasn't changed in over an hour, it will send you a reminder. The cap cleans the water by beaming, shooting, lighting UV rays into the water. Now, there is no real way to verify how effective this is in this scenario because tap water is generally already pretty clean And for me to test the before and after would cost me more than it's worth. But while you may think the cap couldn't possibly make the water sterile, a big upside of treating your water with UV light is that it can, for the most part, prevent the forming of algae on your water bottle. UV light does in fact disable viruses and bacteria, and depending on the type of algae, it will prevent those nasty green stains from growing on your expensive bottle. This piece of ecstatic tech came with the sleeved bottle, an extra cap, and its own charging cable. I was actually really surprised with how much I really like Waterdrop. The flavor is really good. It still tastes like water, but it's water with a snap, with something. And just that taste was enough for me to actually drink a lot more. Like, I always felt like I was very consequent with drinking as it is, but this actually boosted that even more. I would recommend using a liter bottle because, well, it doesn't always dissolve the way you would think. It looks a little questionable. You don't taste any of it. If any of that cloud gets in your mouth, you don't notice it. If you didn't see it, you wouldn't even know. And personally, it doesn't bother me, but I can definitely imagine some people being turned off by that. What I usually end up doing is pouring some of the water out into a cup to drink and then adding some more water into the bottle to let the rest of the cube dissolve. It's basically a bit of an overload. Or if that's not an option, once in a while I'll give the bottle a good shake. This is not really an option with the Lucy Smart Cap because the water gets trapped between the bottle cap and the bottle grooves, and then it leaks out when I open it. This gathering grime also stains the bottle, so it will need regular washing anyway and some scrubbing. But beside that, the ritual is very satisfying and drinking water has definitely become a lot more fun. And I feel like I'm actually drinking something with some nutritional value, which is a big win for me. So yes, if you ask me, Waterdrop is a big winner in providing a healthy alternative to sugary drinks. But what about the plastic reduction? I was a little skeptical about the capsules, but after so many 1 liter drinks, the plastic is still far less than a regular 1 liter bottle. Waterdrop is by no means plastic free, but their idea on how to go from finishing a bottle and throwing it away to using their accessories and tastes to have a varied and healthy drinking experience without using unrecyclable bottles is pretty solid. Not the perfect solution, but a great alternative and a big step forwards towards the future. Now for the Lucy Smart Cap experience. What was that like? I struggled a lot. I couldn't get it to pair. I couldn't get it to scan the volume. After so many damn tries, I had to actually go to the help page and get some help with it. And I had to turn my phone off and on. I had to redo the app. I had to redo the Bluetooth connection. But after that, it worked peachy. And I'll give it credit, after so many weeks of using it while consistently using the UV light, I did not see any algae. I did clean it and rinse it, but I never felt like I had to chase after algae stain. I didn't get the Lucy Smart Carafe, but I think I would recommend that over the cap for the simple reason that the carafe can go in the fridge and the cap can't. Freshly filtered cold water sounds perfect to pour into my travel bottle and add a drink, and definitely sounds better than carrying this thing with me. One of the first things I noticed with this thing is that if I had it in my bag, so when I was on the way to work, coming home from work, it would blink red, indicating an error. And very quickly I learned that if the bottle is moved or shaken while it's trying to measure or calibrate or do anything, it can't. So if you have the Lucy Carafe, which is clearly designed to be in the fridge and be at home, then you would kind of think that the cap is meant for on the way. But it did not really seem to function on the way. Never mind that the bottle that comes with the Lucy cap is massive. I would not take that with me to work. It's a big solid glass bottle. It's not comfortable to travel with. It's too big and too heavy. I was more likely to put it at my desk and pour out of it as I was working into a smaller cup or glass. Its communicating to the app is decent. It's good. It's definitely not perfect. There were definitely moments where I thought, okay, I drank more than that for sure. It would just measure up the volume after I refilled it and somehow conclude that I drank 200 milliliters. I don't know, but it was for the piece of tech that it is. Considering the company who made it that isn't a tech company, I think it's good enough. Really, you can tell it's designed to make a game out of it. Have that thing interact with you, blink at you to drink more. And it's really designed to pull you into the app. The app allows for a lot of interaction. It lets you put in drinks, look at the log, look at your history. There's a lot of achievements in there, there's badges in there. It encourages you to try different things. Because if you get an achievement or get a badge or try a drink or make your drinking goal, you get more points. So overall, while it is cool and it's a funny gimmick, it really didn't add anything to the experience of drinking the Waterdrop. So the UV light is a cool touch and maybe that might make it worth it. But other than that, I probably wouldn't get it again. It's funny and it's cool and it works decent enough, but it doesn't necessarily make you drink more, in my experience. So in conclusion, for me, the Waterdrop was a very welcome change in my life and I am guaranteed to keep using it for as long as it's available to me. I do think it's a bit of a luxury brand. It is not something that you're going to be buying if you are watching your budget. The fun about it is how customizable it is, how much you want to use the app, what you can do with the points. The brand is a little extra, it is a little flary. They actually have a drop called Flare. And I'm a bit of a ritualistic person, so I'll probably end up investing in some of the accessories at some point. But for now, especially the grapefruit one, I'm sold. The Lucy Smart Cap, if you want it, go get it. It's fun to play with. Personally, it didn't add much to the experience for me. But as a brand, adding a little more health in my life, reducing some of the plastic in the world, and overall being a fun, aesthetic, realistic experience, and I could definitely recommend giving it a try. I'd love to hear your opinion on what I've told you today or your own view on the brand. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next week. Bye!